So how's everybody feeling these days about church life during the time of COVID?
Well, I'll chime in. I think we all miss being together, especially for worship. I miss seeing all of you in the sanctuary, and I really miss singing in the choir. But in spite of not being together, I feel like FCPC is doing some amazing things to further the work of Christ in the world and in the community.
I know, Tom Eric, I have been absolutely amazed at Welcome Table.
Mhm.
That since we've had to take it to a pickup meal and the clients couldn't come inside, it's just amazing to me that the Welcome Table committee continues to adapt and make changes so that works so well. And also, I just heard that our numbers have tripled since the pandemic started.
Oh my gosh, wow.
It's shocking. But it also really sort of brings to mind what we thought about for our theme for this year's generosity, which is bearing fruit together. And I think that's certainly an example of that.
It sure is. It's amazing to me with the things that we've come up with during the pandemic, between Drop and Dash and Silent Witness and Carrie Grannis's daughter, Amelia, is doing an Eagle Scout project, and she has, I think, collected 320 coats that she's going to be giving to the people from Welcome Table. It's really, really been exciting. It's just amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know for me personally, I've really appreciated being able to be involved with the Tuesday prayer group. In the before time, I was like, oh, I just can't get in the car and drive over there and fight all that traffic. But now I just get to turn on the computer and show up, and I've gotten to know people better. I've met people, even people from different states who have been joining us. And I just have benefited spiritually. And to be honest with you, don't know how I would have gotten through this time without that in my life.
Yeah, I've really felt the Spirit moving, in the church at this time. New ministries have begun, like the Silent Witness and the Drop and Dash. The worship team figured out a way to do safe worship out in the parking lot, so we could actually get together sometimes. The community building was going to have a Christmas market, but then when the COVID numbers went up, they quickly adapted, and now there's going to be a nativity, a drive-through nativity.
One of the things that I've really enjoyed has been the storytelling that's going on during the worship service. Yeah. Every time somebody comes up, it just makes me smile. And I'm constantly amazed at the breadth of activities that there are that are going on or have gone on that have meant so much to people in the past.
I know it really is amazing, the storytelling. I think I just look forward to that every time I see it in the bulletin. I look so forward to seeing who's going to be speaking. And last week it was just so much fun, and everybody's grown up all of a sudden. It's just amazing. This time of year, I've been on stewardship since 2002 or 2003, and this is the time of year where we start thinking about the budget. How are we going to have enough? What are we going to do? What is going to happen? Are we going to have enough? And interestingly enough, it doesn't feel that way this year. I think generosity has taken hold, and I'm very excited. And I think that things are going to happen.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, Kathy. I constantly have to remind myself that this process is countercultural. I mean, it really is. We don't start with the numbers, but we start with what God is calling us to do as a church, and rely on His abundance, as expressed through the generosity of many to carry out the work of Christ in the community.
Yeah, Tom Eric, it makes me think of our missional mandate about gathering those who fear they're not enough. It's kind of easy to feel that way, that we're not enough, we won't have enough, because that's what the world tells us. But that's not what God's all about, but about accepting us as, like as who we are and taking what we have and doing with it so much more than we could possibly imagine. I just really feel deeply that there are others out there who will provide estimates of giving for next year, or, just give to meet whatever need we might have.